2009.
Thank you, Lauren, and what a ride it's been for Aaron Boone, for Carlos Rodon, second year for Rodon. And Aaron Boone has this starting lineup today with Stanton moving into that cleanup spot. It'll be Torres, Soto, Judge, then Stanton and Chisholm flip-flop from yesterday. Anthony Rizzo in the 6th spot. Bottom 3, it is Volpe, Wells, and Verdugo. And that is the starting 9 that is going to match up, Ronnie, against Tanner Bybee. So he made his first career postseason start against the Tigers. He's coming back on short rest, Ronnie, but it was a short start anyway. He is more than ready to go here tonight.
Yeah, 3 days ago he threw 39 pitches. We talked to Stephen Vogt and said that he'll be on 75 to 80 pitches tonight. If he's working it, he'll be able to get into the 5th inning. His arsenal, they're sending me all the bells and whistles now, Frenchie. His arsenal is this is the postseason. His pitch usage. You can see the 4-seamer at 40.8%, cutter, changeup, and then the hits per at bat. The 4-seamer has been the problematic pitch for Bybee in the postseason.
And after the last 2 days of Hedges getting the start, Stephen Vogt said Bo Naylor has caught Bybee all year, wants him behind there. Ramirez, Rocchio, of course, Jimenez and Naylor over at first. And in the outfield, you got Stephen Kwan in left, Lane Thomas in center, John Kinsey Noel in right field.
Left-handed starter on the mound for the Yankees means the right-handed lineup. Alan Porter will call the balls and strikes. Vic Carapazza is over at first base. Mike Estabrook at second base. The third base umpire is Gabe Morales. Our crew chief tonight is out in left field, Dan Iasonia. If we are in need of a review, he'll be the man to administer that. Chris Siegel is in right field. Number of first-timers in the ALCS. This crew's done a good job. And we are ready to roll here for Game 5. Yankees up 3-1 in this best-of-7 series. And Frenchie starting games. These two at the top, Torres and Soto, they have been as good as you could possibly be.
Well, they have. And guys, Juan Soto's the big free agent. He's the big fish in the pond. But don't forget the guy right in front of him, Gleyber Torres, on base 7 of 8 in the first inning. He has had an up-and-down career in New York, but as Aaron Boone said, he's really enjoyed this year and really the last 2 months.
Everyone has talked about Soto's free agent year. No one has talked that's Gleyber Torres' free agent year as well.
And both are shining here in the postseason. Torres ready to go. Home plate umpire Alan Porter says play ball. Tanner Bybee ready to unleash his first pitch. And Game 5 of the ALCS is underway with a strike.
Bybee with a nice cutter there. Remember, Torres hit the first pitch for a base hit in last night's game. Gave him a little wrinkle.
Bybee, the Game 2 starter, gets ahead 0-2. Another cutter. He emerged as the Guardians ace this year after Shane Bieber was lost for the season after just 2 starts. The former Cy Young Award winner. Bybee took that mantle and posted just about every turn through it. Had a little bit of shoulder tightness in August. He has come back strong, though, and he's hoping to give Stephen Vogt and the Guardians a chance going through this lineup, as he hopes 2 times tonight. Stephen Vogt has had a quick hook with his starting pitchers. On the ground, that is through, a base hit, and Torres does it again. Well, it is incredible what Torres and Soto are doing right now.
They keep playing him up the middle, and they're hitting the ball in that hole.
Watch how late Jimenez gets here. It's like he didn't see it. You see that? He went the other way.
Maybe because it was a breaking ball, he was anticipating the ball being pulled, and it went to his glove side instead.
Yeah, he went a full step up the middle and then had to go back.
And now it's Soto, lead man on for the Yankees. And Soto rifles one right center. This is going to split the gap, goes to the wall. Can Torres score? Rojas will wave him home. Throw comes in. Torres is out. Whoa! What a way to start this night.
Wow. What a throw by Jimenez right here. First of all, look, Soto again, just stays hot, rips this ball in the gap. You're gonna watch Noel get over here, and it makes a good throw. Watch this gun right here. I mean, no hop, nothing. Wow.
It had to be a perfect throw with something on it to get Torres. Now, so one thing that Gleyber Torres doesn't bring to the leadoff spot is a ton of speed. I was surprised third base close. Luis Rojas sent him there. No outs. Judge coming up. Took a chance.
This game 5 starts with a bang. Perfectly executed cutoff and relay by the Guardians. And one away with Soto at second and a daylight play at second. Soto is back.
I mean, Frenchie, this is part of Guardians baseball, is their ability to play defense. A nice tag there by Bo Naylor just to get it in the armpit of Torres.
It's the best throw we've seen on a replay, on a
relay,
yeah, all year, by far.
Jimenez threw that ball 94 miles an hour. Flat-footed from the grass. Judge, a mighty swing. He's one of the great ones. He has put on a defensive clinic this postseason. The reigning Platinum Glove Award winner. Oh, and to the Judge.
And you talked about this flat-footed, right? Like, you talked about it being a 94. Look at this thing. There's no bounce. If that ball tails, if it bounces, he's safe.
Yeah.
He had to make the most perfect throw, and he did in a big situation.
Not many second basemen with arms like that. 0-2 to Judge. Fouls it out of play.
If anyone should have known about the arm of Jimenez, it should have been Rojas. He was his manager
Yes.
when Jimenez was a Met.
Yeah, Jimenez coming from the Mets in that Lindor trade. Frankie Lindor 3 years ago. Gleyber Torres getting patched up as he hit the belly flop trying to get to home plate. No balls, 2 strikes. The count remains to Judge. Bybee deals, and that hit him, drilled him. Bybee comes inside on a 2-strike pitch. Both competitors acknowledge each other. Bybee with some sort of apology there. Judge says he's good, and Judge is aboard.
That hurt. It got right in the ribs.
Oh man, he turned right into it.
Oh. You don't see many guys get hit there. A lot of times they can turn their back to it.
That one, yeah, man, I'm telling you, Judge is tough. He is a big man, but that is a rib shot.
Yeah.
They're going to give him a second.
He's waving off Aaron Boone and the athletic trainer.
Did you see how fast they just turned around with
Yes, sir.
Judge?
Yes, sir, Mr. Judge. I'll be turning around now. No problem. First and second. Only out recorded was at the plate on that beautiful cutoff and relay from the Guardians. Giancarlo Stanton, big swing and a miss. So the flip-flop in the lineup. What's that tell you guys coming into tonight's game 5? Chisholm and Stanton flipping in the batting order.
It tells me he doesn't care anymore. He's so hot, I'm putting him right behind Judge.
Yeah.
That's what it tells me.
Aaron Boone has been so cautious and protective of the bottom of the order, and what he has been telling us that he is afraid of is unfolding tonight, meaning the last 5 batters in his lineup, 4 of those hitters are left-handed. 4 of the last 5. That creates a big lane for lefties for Stephen Vogt later in the game. That is the reason Boone has been trying to avoid this scenario, but all bets are off now.
Well, I think what happened is that you wanted righty lefty, so you wouldn't have the 2 big right-handers if they brought Cade Smith in. Well, they brought Cade Smith in, and Stanton hit a 3-run home run, so that's off the board now.
Yankees have pierced 2 of the most dominant relievers in the game in this series, and it happened to both of them last night, Cade Smith and Emmanuel Clase. Twice getting to Clase in back-to-back games. Games 3 and 4. Two balls, 2 strikes. One out in the first inning. It has been a wild one already. Oh, he has got some power swing going right now. Stanton has just 3 hits in this championship series. The 3 hits have all been home runs.
This is really the same start that Bybee had at Yankee Stadium in Game 2. Lots of traffic, lots of balls hit hard, struggling with his control.
2-2 the count to Stanton. And he got him. A strikeout for out number 2. Bybee gets his first out at the plate. His first K.
Well, to the big righty, Ronnie, this is the perfectly executed pitch. If that pitch is up, he can hit it. We saw it last night. Again, I've said it. Stanton's got, he's not Judge. He's got bigger holes in his swing, but he also, when you miss, you don't get it back.
2 outs, first and second. Jazz Chisholm now. Chisholm standing right on top of the plate. Oh, he showed bunt. Almost took one in the back leg, or did he? He did. Hit by the pitch. For Bybee, his first 4-seam fastball of the inning. And Chisholm hit by the pitch.
It's going to be interesting because usually when a guy squares around, his foot sometimes comes out of the box. But he was in the box. I didn't see it. Maybe it grazed the back foot. See how he stands across the batter's box and then brought it back.
Well, the Guardians took a look at that replay. That's certainly something you can challenge, but Stephen Vogt choosing not to do that. And the crowd just seeing the replay right now. Tough to get those overturned. Sometimes umpires will, in this case, the home plate umpire using his ears more than his eyes, and the double click, I'm guessing, is what gave him the cue that it was a hit by pitch.
You know, my issue always when I see that, it just reminds me to 30 years ago, is that when a guy squares around, his left foot will get out of the box. So it's out of the box as the pitch is coming, and as he took it back into the box, that's when he got hit.
And I think it's like anything. You didn't maybe wonder, but Alan Porter called it right away, and Bo Naylor didn't really put up a fight. And those are the two that I usually say kind of give you the whole story.
Yeah, telltale sign, right?
Well, Carl Willis, a first inning visit to the mound with Tanner Bybee. Bases loaded. Anthony Rizzo. 5 hits this postseason, just activated for the championship series. Not on the roster for the division series with the 2 fractured fingers on his right hand. It has been impressive how he's been able to collect his hits. He's had deep at bats. Still does not have a home run or a run batted in this championship series.
You know, BA, if we go back to Game 1 here when you and I were here for the ALDS, Carl Willis had to come out in the first inning to Tanner Bybee. He calmed him down. Next guy flew out to left field.
You said Carl Willis is like the pitching whisperer.
Pitching Yoda, man.
Went 4 2/3 that start did Bybee. And Rizzo, fly ball left field. Kwan back on it, and Bybee's going to get out of it. A lot of traffic for the Yankees early. A play at the plate to start Game 5. And the Yankees strand the bases loaded. Already a defensive gem to start this one tonight in Cleveland. And full top of the first. Now Stephen Vogt and the Guardians. This is how they line up against Carlos Rodon. It starts with Kwan, then Fry, and then Jose Ramirez. Got the 2 right-handed bats in there. In Fry and Noel. Those are the 2 platoons for Stephen Vogt. Carlos Rodon, he's back on the mound, his second start in this championship series, on full rest after his Game 1 start, which was excellent, Ronnie.
Yeah, 16 wins in the regular season. That Game 1 win in this series. And it's going to be interesting. Against his slider in Game 1, the Guardians were 0 for 9 with 7 strikeouts. But he sets it up with the high fastball, which is a strength for the Guardians. We'll see which way it goes.
Kwan, a defensive offer at it. 1-2 the count. Juan's had a nice postseason. 15 consecutive games on base. If you go back to the 22 postseason, that's a franchise record. Hitting .405 in the post. Has 4 hits in this championship series, 4 for 16. Did have his 12-game postseason hit streak snapped a couple of nights ago, but he's still got the on-base streak going. These two teams matched up in the 22 postseason in the division series that went 5. They've matched up every other year since 2020. First-year manager Stephen Vogt, not too many years removed from his playing days. That is a called strike 3. The ball is dropped by Wells. Calmly secures that strikeout at first base, and that's how the night begins for Rodon.
Around the inside corner.
Well, sometimes you get those real good hitters because you throw it right at them and it freezes them just for a second.
Here's David Fry, the author of the heroics in Game 3, had the walk-off home run. Something Aaron Boone knows all about. And a famous walk-off home run, Game 7, an extra inning home run. Fry's was in the 10th inning. Boone's was in the 11th off the Red Sox.
Say this, there's no manager in baseball that just goes after bubble gum like Aaron Boone all game.
I asked him what he chooses to wear during the game. He said he layers up. He gets cold on the sidelines.
California,
in that
man.
dugout. Yeah.
He rearranged the furniture in his office here at Progressive Field prior to yesterday's game. It was exactly the same as it was yesterday. Good cut by Fry, fouls it back. Count stays at 0-2.
I told you I'm a watch guy, right? And I love how he's got a watch for each of his starters. I think that's awesome. Because you know, you go on the first day, it's like yellow, then a bright blue. You can't see it now, and you know what I mean. How do you pick them out?
You feel bad if you're a pitcher and he drops a bad one on you, though, don't you?
Or you don't get a watch, or you don't get a watch.
Right.
I love his reply. We asked him, well, which is the most expensive watch? He goes, oh, I saved that for Garrett Cole.
Gotta be.
I saved that for the ace.
You know how he just went after Fry? That's how he gets right-handers. You talk about that high fastball, and then the back foot slider is his best pitch.
1-2 to Fry, and he got him. Rodon strikes him out. The cutter from Rodon, back-to-back strikeouts to start his night.
So far in this postseason now, and this is the high fastball we were talking about, Rodon has not walked anybody, and he struck out 18.
Yep.
Well, he got off to such a great start in his division series start against Kansas City. His first 3 innings were almost flawless. He was so dialed in. But then he ran into trouble in the 4th, and that's why all of the chatter about his Game 1 start in the championship series, about keeping his mind right, not getting out of what he normally does. He's a very reactionary type player, a lot of histrionics at times. He wanted to be poised, wanted that poker face, as Lauren reported.
He was like overly intense. Think about a high school linebacker at the championship game. That's kind of how the attitude he had.
Jose Ramirez on the ground, glove by Chisholm. Long throw, and a close play. Out is the call. Ramirez, very fast runner. Chisholm has a cannon back there and makes a play. Excellent defensive play by the Yankee third baseman. 3 up, 3 down for Rodon. We're off and running in Game 5.
New customers can bet $5 and pocket $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use the promo code HEAT when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
Sellout crowd, Progressive Field, downtown Cleveland. What a big weekend it is here in Cleveland. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony tonight. Right next door at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. lively downtown all week and this weekend here. And the Guardians back in the postseason. Missed last year. Both of these teams missed last season. Both met in the 2022 postseason. Anthony Volpe takes a strike, and he's down 0-2. Yeah, what a great scene near the waterfront. Got Browns Bengals tomorrow downtown.
Battle of Ohio, football style.
Great time to be in Cleveland, and the weather has just been picture perfect for October.
So what'd you like to see early in the game? Try to evaluate what Bibee has so far. He's so much better than he was in game 2. His stuff looks lively. So he's got the gifts to get this Yankee team out. Will he? We'll see.
Got a strikeout. Foul tip into the mid of Naylor. And Tanner Bibee picks up his second K. That's how the second inning begins.
Well, this is not his best breaking ball. In fact, it hangs kind of in the middle of the plate, but enough speed off it that Volpe swung through it, and it was the first one that Volpe saw.
It's the greatest pitch in baseball right there. The backup curveball, the backup slider. You can't hit it.
Bibee, throughout the regular season, thought of as a command pitcher, a strike thrower, as he pumps one into Austin Wells. He's got an excellent changeup, had a little shoulder tightness in August, but he's been all business and very similar to Rodon. He talked about before his first career postseason start, which was game 1 against the Tigers in the division series. He knows himself, Frenchie, and he said, I have to keep my nerves down as well. I have to get calm on the mound as fast as I can. To your point, Ronnie, he's a guy that gets better if he can survive the first few innings.
Well, I mean, all 4 games now he has started in the postseason. That first inning has been a struggle. There's been traffic. There's been chances to score. And I think what you just said, if he can get in a little bit of a rhythm, which they have to have, with that bullpen being taxed, he has to give them length tonight.
0-2 the count on Austin Wells, and he got him. Bibee with the changeup. That's one of his signature pitches right there.
I remember seeing Tanner Bibee pitch last season when he finished second in the Rookie of the Year to Gunnar Henderson. So impressed with his repertoire of pitches. Cutter, slider, curveball, fastball up in the zone, and this changeup as well.
Back-to-back strikeouts to start the second inning. Alex Verdugo now, and Bibee pours one in. Fastball at 97. He's helping up there. Verdugo 3 for 13 in the championship series. Does have a couple of RBIs. 3 RBIs combined between the DS against the Royals and this championship series. Yankees beat Kansas City in 4 to advance. Verdugo hits that one sharply into left field. Kwan, the Gold Glover, is there, and the side is retired. Bibee labored through that first, no problem in the second. Retires the Yankees in order. Game 1 had a 3-run homer. Game 5, which was a week ago today, hit a grand slam. Has made some beautiful plays in the outfield. 2 home runs, 9 RBIs this postseason for Lane Thomas, facing Carlos Rodon to start the second inning. Frenchie, a guy the Guardians got from the Nationals. They didn't do a whole lot by way of hitters at the trade deadline, but this was their pick.
And how many times, guys, during the postseason do you see maybe not the biggest name, but the right guy, the right fit for certain teams? And since September 1st, all he's done is hit 9 home runs and have an .864 OPS for the Guardians.
He was always a good player, kind of lost in Washington because they were challenged with trying to get wins. And
good athlete.
Yep.
He has drawn 9 walks in 9 games of this postseason. Known as a free swinger early in the count, but he's really battled for some good at-bats in this one. OPS of .879 in the 9 games in the post. Rodon ahead of him, 1-2, and Rodon strikes him out. Carlos Rodon, he is nasty. That's his third strikeout, first 4 batters faced. He's got the A+ stuff going early here, Ronnie.
Well, they do handle, if the ball's at the top of the zone, elevated fastballs with home runs and average. But if it's above that zone like he's throwing now, they're going to have to try to lay off that pitch. Easier said than done.
Josh Naylor now takes a first pitch strike. Naylor had 2 hits last night, drove in 3 runs, 4 RBIs in the championship series. 2 of his 4 hits in the LCS coming last night.
Realize too, he's had 77 plate appearances in his career in the postseason, no walks.
Really?
Yeah.
He's up there to hit.
My kind of guy.
The slow roller off the end of the bat. Chisholm's throw to first, not in time. It's an infield hit. Big fella getting down the line.
What's the old saying, guys? You know, speed kills.
Why would you walk when you have wheels like that, Frenchie?
There's just no way. That had the side spin. Jazz was playing so far back.
Rizzo didn't like he had to avoid the helmet of Naylor that constantly falls off his head.
Naylor is aboard. 1 out infield hit. And John Kenzie Noel up there hacking at the first pitch. I was just looking at Naylor's helmet there. You know, the C flap that comes around to protect the jaw, that broke off. Yeah, there he's pointing at it.
I mean, but you can, let's be honest, you can run the bases without it.
And I think that's what he's saying. Like, hey, next time we need a man on it.
Yeah.
You know the Guardians have a man on it. John Kenzie Noel. Noel back in that starting lineup for the first time since that dramatic game-tying home run in the 9th inning. Came with 2 outs. Big Christmas. Yeah, his first Noel, his first postseason. He's a rookie. Arrived to the big leagues in late June. Sounded like he broke his bat. That's a foul ball.
I'll tell you what, I know he broke his bat on that, but those are the 2 fastballs, Ronnie. He had great hacks, and it's interesting, B.A. We did the whole series before. He really didn't square a ball up. Did not have great swings. And it's so funny how one hit like that sometimes can get you in the group. He just missed clipping it last night down the left field line.
Well, he only had 1 hit in that division series. I remember it kind of ball off the end of the bat over the shortstop's head, right?
Noel burst onto the scene, homered in his very first at bat in the big leagues in Baltimore. But he had been a slumping hitter in the final month of the year.
High fastball usually to set up that down and in slider.
Oh, wow. Extreme pullage right there into the net.
Pullage. I like it.
Oh, he's used to calling that
or not.
He used to call that with his driver.
Looked like one of Frenchie's snipers into the creek. 1-2 the count. Josh Naylor, the runner at first, and a swing and a miss. Rodon with the fastball. Picks up his 4th K already.
Rodon has it on a string right now. 8 balls, 19 strikes. He's throwing every pitch exactly where Wells is calling it.
He looks relentless right now.
He does.
He just continues to keep coming at you. This is a great angle to see what those hitters are seeing. 96 up and in.
Brings up Bo Naylor with his brother at first base. Bo with hits in his last 2 games coming off the bench. His first 2 hits of this postseason. 13 homers, 39 RBIs during the regular season. The everyday catcher for the Guardians. And he and his brother making a little bit of history. Both Canadians. They got a younger brother, Miles, who's in the Oakland system. Each first rounders. And the two brothers teammates here, and what a thrill that must be, competing not just in a postseason but to make it to the championship series. First pair of brothers to have a hit in the same LCS game. That was game 4 yesterday.
Occasionally you get a pitcher like Rodon. Great stuff that can bully a lineup early. That's what he's doing right now.
2 outs, 2-2 the count. Josh Naylor takes off. Bo Naylor fouls it away.
Base runners this year against Rodon. He must have some kind of tell, because left-handed, 26 attempts, 22 successful stolen bases against the left-hander this year.
Do it again. Another 2-2 with 2 away.
Pretty good AB right here. You know,
his last 2 ABs have been very good in this series.
And Stephen Vogt had told us, he said, you know, not only has he caught Tanner Bybee, but he said he's had some good swings, and he actually thought he was the guy that had a chance to end it last night against Canely.
Has liked his swing so much he put him in the lineup against a left-handed starter. Not Austin Hedges today. That had been the rhythm for Stephen Vogt. Needing some offense, and you touched on it, Frenchie. The Guardians know they're going to have to swing the bats. Their offense, when they've won games, when they've set the games up like they want, they've hit. Naylor pops this one up. Wells will give it a courtesy look. Into the seats it goes.
Well, usually for these two good ball clubs, first one to take the lead is the one that has the advantage, because you go to your bullpen and lock it down. Who knows if either of these bullpens are locked down tonight?
Yeah, well, it doesn't feel that way now, right? Both managers have seen their top relievers give it up in this series. Another good swing by Naylor. He's hanging tough. He's going to see at least 9 pitches in this at bat. Rodon's pitch count to 35. Manageable here in his second inning. That's been the sequence thus far. 8 pitches, 6 of them were fouled off by Bo Naylor. Calmly shakes. Got the one he wants here. And it's in the dirt. Good stop back there by Wells. He has been a wall behind the plate.
He's had the ability that when the pitch is in the dirt, he becomes almost like a hockey goalie.
It's unreal. He'll put anything out there to stop.
Glove save, kick save, whatever he needs.
Stuck his elbow out for one at Yankee Stadium. 3-2 the count. Josh Naylor takes off. Bo Naylor down the right field line. It is a fair ball. Here comes Josh. Bo goes to second. The brothers Naylor deliver. 1-0 Guardians on the 10th pitch of the at-bat by Bo Naylor.
I want to talk about a big league at-bat in a big game right here. 10th pitch, and turns on this ball right down the line. This is the 3rd out of the last, 4 ABs we've seen it smoke. And man, what a moment for the Naylor family, huh?
You know what's interesting there? Rizzo chose not to hold Naylor on.
Yeah.
He played behind him. Naylor got almost halfway to second. That was the difference.
Scored easily. Here's Andres Jimenez. Takes a ball. Back-to-back games. The Naylor brothers with hits in the same championship series game.
You ask a lot of teams now, they'll keep that first baseman at first to try to mitigate that big lead on a 3-2 count.
Or you'll see like kind of a hybrid, right? You'll see a guy 2-3 steps behind just so you hear him, and then the moment he goes, Rizzo would scoop back.
That's right.
First hard hit ball against Rodon.
Now, why did Rizzo choose to go back and just play the defensive position? Because of the left-handed nailer. He wanted to make sure he could cover as much position room as he could.
And an early point on the board for Stephen Vogt as well. Choosing to go with the left-handed hitting Bo Naylor against Rodon. I just had a hunch. That's what he's saying. Jimenez has already made a great play, impacting this game early with his cutoff and relay throw to the plate, cutting down a runner in the first. Jimenez a swing and a miss.
Yeah, right now, I don't know if it's because Rodon's fastball is so hard for these righties in. The 2 hits tonight, the best swings have been from the left-handed hitters in this Guardians lineup.
He goes. 1-2 the count. There are 4 lefties in the lineup tonight against Rodon. Got a couple of switch hitters in there as well, but 4 of the 9 will hit off the left side, including Kwan. Jimenez, fly ball, left field. Verdugo will put it away, and the side is retired. But the Guardians, behind the Naylor brothers, come up with a 2-out run. Infield hit by Josh. Bo delivers one down into the right field corner. An RBI double. It's 1-0 Cleveland in Game 5. Goodyear, drive always discovers possibility. Goodyear, more driven. Beautiful look down on a Saturday night. Cleveland, Ohio. The Naylor brothers. Bo delivering Josh, and it's 1-0 Guardians. And back on the mound, Tanner Bybee. Bybee starting his third inning here. Yankees with 2 hits and 2 hit batters in the first inning. Dramatic play at the plate to cut down a would-be run, the first out of that inning. Yankees stranded the bases loaded in the first. Bybee came back and a tidy 3-up, 3-down second inning. Gleyber Torres started this game with a single. He has been on base in the first inning of all of these postseason games, 9 of them, 8 times. Out in front, lifts this one in the air. And back is Jimenez to make the call and the catch, and there is out number 1. And that's 5 in a row for Bybee. Well, tomorrow, Mets-Dodgers back at it. They had a travel day today. Game 6 at Dodger Stadium. That looks like that's going to be a lot of fun right there. What a matchup, too. 8 Eastern on FS1. And then Monday, if necessary, Game 6 at Yankee Stadium. The Guardians must win tonight to force that Game 6. Garrett Cole looming for the Yankees. Yankees win tonight. They punch their ticket to their 41st World Series. Juan Soto takes a strike.
Just barely got that pitch off in time.
Torres and Soto, incredible numbers in the first inning. 6 hits in the first inning for Juan Soto. A strike. Dropped a curve in there. And it's 0-2.
He's feeling it, Bybee. He's feeling it. You can just tell by his body language, the flipping of the ball. But, you know, these next 2 hitters can wipe the smile off your face in a hurry. Next 3 hitters.
Oh, and 2 to Juan Soto.
You know, guys, when you look at the Guardians, the 3 losses, 2 2/3, 1 1/3, 2 1/3. Their win, Matt Boyd, 5 innings. Length gives them the ability to not overuse the pen, to mix and match. You cannot go night after night 7 innings with a pen.
The 1-2, and Soto on a hop to Naylor. Bybee is there for him. Second out of the inning, a 3-1 put out. Got him on a changeup to roll over one.
Mixing of pitches, fastball, breaking ball for a strike, breaking ball in the dirt, back with the changeup.
And he's retired 6 in a row now as he faces Aaron Judge. 1-0 Cleveland. We play in the third. Guardians just scored in the bottom of the second.
You know what a hitter wants to do after he's been hitting the ribs.
To say, man. You know Judge wants to hit one about 450 feet right here.
Amazing how Judge just brushed that off. A direct shot to the rib cage.
Being traction for 6 months.
Yeah, there's no meat there.
Bybee hit 2 batters in the first inning, but got Rizzo to fly out to strand the bases loaded. That's a strike. 0-2 the count. 7 of the 12 hitters Bybee has faced, he's either been in an 0-2 or a 1-2 count. He's gotten into his counts.
We saw this with Clase the other night. Can't stay one way with Judge. Can't just live outside. You got to fire one inside occasionally to keep him honest. He does have holes inside as well.
Had a notion, able to check his swing.
You ever worry about, as a pitcher, I know it's a little different maybe 25, 30 years ago, but what you did to him last time?
No, I mean, you'd want to make another mark in there and just say, hey, listen,
I'm still here.
I'm living in there.
Bybee deals a 2-2 and a swing and a miss. Bybee, little pump of the fist on his way off the mound. A strikeout to end the third, his 4th K. 7 in a row for Tanner Bybee. Guardians lead 1-0. Guardians coming to bat in the bottom of the third. It's presented by Loan Depot. Live wire crowd, Progressive Field, Cleveland. Game 5 of this ALCS. Guardians with a run last inning, a 2-out RBI double by Bo Naylor. Drove in his brother Josh for the game's first run. Brian Rocchio, the number 9 hitter for Cleveland, starts it against Rodon.
That home run that Rocchio has in the postseason was off Rodon in Game 1.
Yeah, the only ball they pretty much squared up that whole night against him.
6 innings in Game 1 for Rodon. He looked good. He had 9 Ks. Didn't walk a batter in that Game 1 start. It's been an incredible run for him. The way it started as a Yankee, he pitched so well with the Giants, was an all-star, had an out in his contract after the 22 season, and he exercised that option and signed with the Yankees, a long-term deal. But Ronnie, he just wasn't healthy last year. It was one of those years he was fighting himself. He had a forearm injury. What a rebound year he's had in his 2nd year as a New York Yankee.
Well, it was tough. He came out of spring training with an injury, and then there was some back and forth. He thought he could come back earlier. They told him they wanted him to rehab it longer, so it was a little battle there. When he came back, he was not good, so he heard the boos at Yankee Stadium.
Totally different pitcher this season, but he issues a walk. First walk of the game for Rodon. First walk in this championship series against Cleveland.
This MLB season, FanDuel is taking you out to every ball game.
Guardians with a lead man on. Back to the top of the order now, and 2nd time around. Stephen Kwan, a strikeout victim in the first.
With the threat of the bunt, Chisholm has to come in on the grass, so that opens up that area for Kwan to the left side of the infield. So 3-0 on Rocchio and now 2-0 on Kwan.
Yeah. But a lot of times you're looking, as you said, Kwan's kind of looking to go to left field, but every once in a while the lefty, he'll try to hook and pull him.
Kwan fouls it away. 2 balls and a strike to count. Kwan had his best power year. Had a great first half. Made the All-Star team, first-time All-Star. Won a couple of Gold Gloves in his first 2 full seasons in the big leagues, and this his 3rd season, likely to win another Gold Glove. Supreme defender who can really hit. Off the knuckles a little bit. Fly ball out to Judge, and there is out number 1. Rodon has some great history against the Guardians. Came to prominence as a member of the White Sox. He threw a no-hitter against Cleveland in the 21 season. That was a mid-April, early season no-hitter against Cleveland in 2021 as a member of the White Sox. Pitched in this division for a few years, knows this ballpark well. Had a career ERA under 3 against Cleveland in his stops between the White Sox and the Giants. And it covered 19 starts in those early years. Fry fouls it back.
How many times do you see a team let someone go 9 innings in mid-April anymore?
That's right. Just having one of those magical games. You know, managers have to do it all the time. Where they have to. They don't want to do it, but they know history's being made.
Fry way out ahead of a changeup, and Rodon picks up the strikeout. His 5th K. After the leadoff walk, back-to-back outs.
That's really been the equalizer this year because he was so 2-pitch heavy. Fastball and slider. He included a knuckle curve and that changeup, especially against the right-handed hitters.
Jose Ramirez now. Ramirez, 4 hits in this championship series. He's got a couple of doubles. He's homered. Driven in 3 runs. Guardians know they need big games from Ramirez the rest of this championship series. If they have any hope of advancing to the World Series, they'd have to win 3 in a row against the Yankees. Rocchio, the runner at first. And Ramirez fouls it into the seats.
They play Ramirez to pull big time.
Yeah.
Jazz Chisholm about 4 steps off the bag, and Alex Verdugo way on left field. Look at Judge.
No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the Cleveland 3rd. Up and in. Second time he's buzzed Jose Ramirez in this game.
Interesting to see after buzzing him if he goes back to that changeup he got Fry with.
Ramirez to the right side, right at Gleyber Torres, and he'll make the play to end the inning. Carlos Rodon works around a leadoff walk, picks up his 5th strikeout. 1-0 Cleveland after 3. 3 hits in this championship series, 3 homers. Game 1, game 3, and then last night off Cade Smith hit a 3-run blast in the 6th inning. That made it 6-2 at the time. Guardians would come back to tie it. Yankees pulled away late to win game 4 and take a 3-1 advantage in this series. Stanton now had a home run in the division series as well, so that gives him 4 this postseason, gives him 15 through his first 35 postseason games, and in Yankee history he is matched with the Bambino. And anytime you're on a graphic alone with Babe Ruth, you're doing something special. Of course, all those home runs for Babe Ruth were World Series games. Stanton telling Lauren Jabbar last night he just wants to get to the World Series and win. All business. He celebrated a brief moment. We move ahead. More work to do.
Those 35 games, 15 home runs, 33 RBIs, 162 game season, 69 home runs, 153 RBI.
Some pace. He's at his best when the lights are the brightest.
You know, guys, I think it's interesting too, because if you remember, Aaron Boone said he's got an ability to turn the noise off, right? You think about it, over the years, he has been booed a lot in Yankee Stadium. It has not been all pretty for Giancarlo Stanton, but he's been able to continue to come out in these big games and produce.
1-2 the count. And down he goes, Bybee. That cutter has been good for him tonight. Picks up his 5th strikeout. And 1 away here in the 4th. More on Stanton. We check in with Lauren Jabbar.
Frenchie, I actually talked to Giancarlo about that a couple days ago. I said, how are you so good at blocking out that noise? He said, well, sometimes there's tougher days than others, but it takes work, it takes practice. He said, I've just gotten really good at zoning in and understanding. I just have to focus on what's in front of me, and it's worked so far in this postseason.
And Lauren, these Yankee hitters, Alex Verdugo even mentioned that he's the co-captain. Aaron Judge is the captain, but Stanton is a guy that these players go to a lot, especially when times are bad, when they are down. They have 2 giants in their lineup that are leaders in different ways. They go about their business in different ways, but both are workers.
Aaron Boone said he learned from Stanton how to block out some of the noise. The manager of the Yankees is certainly going to get some noise, and Stanton told him, good comments or bad comments on social media, they're all poison.
Yeah, you're right. I see you got a pitch-com issue, but I agree. You think about it too, though. As Lauren said, a lot of the guys, the respect they have, they're in the dugout, right? They hear it. They hear the boos. And look, you come with that big contract, it comes with the territory.
Right.
But for him, you've never seen him complain. I'll say that. You've never seen him come out of the fence. He takes it like a man. He walks in the dugout, and he goes about his work, and it's admirable.
Go ahead, Lauren.
I actually asked Aaron Judge about this yesterday, too. I said, what's your favorite part about playing alongside Giancarlo Stanton? He said how he looks at the game, how he studies his approach at the plate. And he talked about him being the co-captain. Aaron told me, I go to him in a lot of different situations. Like, what are you looking for? What's your plan here? And he always has a pretty simple and easy approach. He said he's helped him so much in developing his game.
Good stuff there, Lauren. Thank you. Got the pitch-com issue worked out. Jazz Chisholm, a swing and a miss. Fastball from Bybee. Tanner Bybee, speaking of Judge and Stanton, he has 3 strikeouts against those 2. Hit Judge in the 1st inning. And now he is ahead of Jazz Chisholm. 1-2 the count with 1 away in the 4th.
Boy, that changeup is some kind of pitch from Bybee. He really takes a lot off that pitch.
Chisholm on the ground, hit the side of the mound, and Rocchio makes a play. 2 up, 2 down. 9 in a row for Bybee. Hey, a reminder, stay connected to all things postseason with T-Mobile, the best 5G coverage in the game with America's largest 5G network.
You know, BA, remember Stephen Vogt told us that Tanner Bybee came in spring training and said, I want to be the ace. I want to be the guy on the mound. And of course, Stephen Vogt joked, you know, we got Shane Bieber, so you're not. But
get in line.
You know what? You want to be that guy. This is your opportunity tonight. Your team needs you to take length. They need you to get outs, and here he's doing a great job so far.
Anthony Rizzo pulls one foul. Saw a shot there of Shane Bieber, and that was a big loss. And the Guardians have really been trying to figure out what their starting rotation was going to be just to survive the regular season. Knowing they had this great bullpen, they did not want this window to close. But you think about the 3 main starters in this postseason, minus Gavin Williams yesterday. But boy, they could have used a guy like that in a window like this. Rizzo, a fly ball to left. And this is going to be another 3 up, 3 down inning. Tanner Bybee locked in right now. He's retired 10 in a row after a shaky first. 1-0 Cleveland. Guardians coming up. Philanthropic causes and mental wellness efforts by teams, players, in the league. To learn more, visit MLBtogether.com. Carlos Rodon back on the mound for the Yankees. He'll face Lane Thomas, Josh Naylor, John Kenzie Noel. 1-0 Cleveland on a second-inning run. And Thomas on the first pitch lines one to Chisholm. Out number one here in the fourth. One pitch and one out for Rodon.
He didn't even have to move. Right at him.
These are the outs that pitchers forget. The bullets right at someone.
He has not given up many hard hit balls in his 2 starts against the Guardians in this championship series. He's only given up the 2 runs. In the second inning, Josh Naylor reached on an infield hit. And then it was a line drive by Bo Naylor with 2 outs to bring him in. In the air to left field, slicing Verdugo. Ranges over, and he's got it just shy of the line in fair territory. 2 quick outs here for Carlos Rodon.
It's like hitters, Ronnie. We always hit them harder than we get the bloopers, right?
That's right.
You don't remember those.
That's right. Noel in his first at bat was right on the fastball naughty list.
He's already got a naughty list going. John Kenzie Noel. His dad here watching him this entire postseason for the first time, watching him in person in the major leagues.
Yeah, what a moment, right? It's one thing to watch your kid play when he delivers the biggest hit of the year.
I thought Mandy Bell, who writes for the Guardians for MLB.com, had a great line as Noel pops it up. He said his dad only knows him as John Kenzie Noel, but he just got introduced to Big Christmas after his dramatics in Game 3. Brought to you by T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. And by Progressive Insurance. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. Progressive Field, downtown Cleveland, home of the Guardians. At home to Game 5 of this American League Championship Series. It is 1-0 Cleveland. Tanner Bybee and Carlos Rodon both pitching well. Both starting pitchers still on the mound as we begin play here in the 5th. Bottom of the order coming up for the Yankees. Anthony Volpe starts it, then Wells, then Verdugo.
No, that's inside.
We are not experiencing many games this postseason where empty bullpens are occurring in the 5th inning, but so far these starters are rolling.
That's the first time this series. We know that.
Bybee is coming back on what would be considered short rest, but again, only 39 pitches in his Game 2 start. He was not pleased with being taken out of that game in the 2nd inning. Gets his chance here in Game 5 to extend the Guardian season. Volpe lines one center field, down, a base hit. Thomas pulled up reins on it, does keep it in front, holds Volpe to a single. Sharply hit ball by Anthony Volpe. That snapped 10 in a row, retired by Bybee.
The hardest play for a center fielder, because once you commit, you got to go for it. And Volpe ended up hitting this so hard that if Thomas does keep coming, he probably makes that play. But again, if you miss it and that goes all the way to the wall, you're in trouble. And it probably was snaking at him a little bit too.
Here's Austin Wells with a runner at first. Volpe is a threat to steal. One thing to note here with Bybee, he has one of the better pickoff moves among starting pitchers in the game. Very quick feet, accurate thrower over there to first. He can shut down the running game. Wells homered last night. Got a chance for 2 here. And the Guardians turn it. 6-4-3 double play. Close play at first. Yankees will certainly want to look at this.
What made this so difficult is Jimenez was playing the pull. He had to go so far to just get there. And luckily with that great arm, he made it close. I don't know if he was out at first, though. Looks safe to me up here.
And Aaron Boone, you might have saw the motion to the ears, the headsets. They want to challenge this.
Call on the field is out at first base. New York is challenged.
Ooh, I don't know. It's not where the ball just enters the glove. It's got to actually get into the leather. And I mean, that's a great angle right there. I don't know if there's enough evidence to overturn.
That's exactly the thing. Again, if this was a safe call, I think he would have stayed safe. But I think this is bang bang.
Yeah, it's got to be in the interior of the glove.
Replay review powered by Zoom in the replay center in New York City. And right there, and I think it's gonna.
It's pretty decisive with that shot. Yeah.
Terrific camera work, slowing down these replays to the speeds where you can see things the human eye cannot.
I'm telling you, if you're at home too and you play middle infield, this is the play you want to go back to and watch. As you said, Ronnie, Jimenez had to come all the way over. He stopped on a dime and threw it. Knew he might get some contact, but those two right there, as good as it gets.
Here we go.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out. New York has 1 challenge remaining.
Aaron Boone took a shot at it. And it stands as a 6-4-3 double play.
I don't think we do this enough with Vic Carapazza. Good call.
Yeah.
First base.
The Venezuelan combination at second base. Rocchio and Jimenez. Those two looked up to Gleyber Torres as well, especially Rocchio. Gleyber Torres from Venezuela says that was the guy I wanted to be. Gleyber Torres was a star in Venezuela as a teenager. Great Venezuelan connection in this series with those 3 middle infielders. 2 outs for Verdugo.
Bobby's able to get through Verdugo. Stephen Vogt's got to resist everything in his being about how he's made decisions in the postseason, and he's got to push this kid. This is him at his best right now.
Stuff's too good.
Yeah.
Verdugo into center field. Thomas is there. Tanner Bybee putting together a gem on the mound for the Guardians in this elimination game. Slick fielding Guardians defense. Jimenez has already impacted this game twice.
He appreciates those 2 guys up the middle. Gets a ground ball and it turns into 2 outs.
You know what we didn't see there? Stephen Vogt shake Tanner Bybee's hand.
Very good.
And the bullpen is empty. Looks like he's going to let it ride. We'll see. It's 1-0 Cleveland. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning of Game 5. Both pitchers going along well right now. Rodon gave up a run in the 2nd inning. The man at the plate, Bo Naylor, with a 2-out, 2-strike double down the right field line. Saw 10 pitches in that sequence and finally doubled. Drove in his brother, who was off and running on the 3-2 pitch that inning.
You know who appreciated it the most? The bullpen out there in Cleveland. Glad the phone didn't ring.
Phone's been.
You know, we talked about it.
hot.
You know, Aaron Boone last night, he told us with Mark Leiter, like sometimes you just got to say, I'm leaving them out there. Right. This other stuff, these guys have pitched and pitched. And Mark Leiter Jr. gave him a win last night.
0-2 the count to Naylor.
He left him out there with the caveat that Luke Weaver was throwing. Warming up. So it was,
right.
He had a backup plan just in case, but it was great.
Didn't need Weaver to come in.
Although he told us he was 1 batter away.
Yes, he did. He got up. It wasn't a full down day. He didn't pitch in the game, Luke Weaver, the Yankees closer, but He did warm up, and he was fully hot and a batter away from coming in. Heavy usage of all of these relievers. Managers have been so willing to go to their bullpen so early, more so on the Cleveland side in this championship series, but we saw it in the division series. Cleveland and Detroit both going to the pins early and often.
Bo Naylor has a knack against Rodon, right? To foul off those tough pitches.
Did you get the feeling? I don't know if Rodon can do it or do it well, but an inside heater, something to blow, because right now everything's kind of weighing. You can see Naylor getting out over the plate, and that's how he's fouling those sliders off.
2-2 to Naylor. And it's in the air. Gleyber Torres eases over. He's got it. And there is out number 1 as we kick it down to Lauren Jabbar. What do you have, Lauren?
BA, Jimenez and Rocchio have a very special relationship on this team. With Rocchio being a rookie, they say you can't find one of them without the other. They're the two Venezuelans up the middle. And Rocchio said, Jimenez is like my brother in baseball. He helped me from my first day of spring training to now, especially how to be in the big leagues. And when we're watching them turn those double plays, guys, it's something magical.
It's so fun to watch the pregame part of that. You know, one of the things I love to do is come to the park early and watch you big leaguers do your thing in workouts, batting practice or infield practice, and the way their skill is just so impressive. It shows up in the games, but you really see it when you see the multiple repetitions, and these guys are special. They're both Gold Glove finalists. Of course, Jimenez has been the class defensively in Major League Baseball at second base. And Rocchio for the first time on that list too. That's an opposite field base hit. That's going to go to the fence. Andres Jimenez with a one-out double. Nice piece of hitting there. His 5th hit of this championship series, and a runner in scoring position for Cleveland here in the 5th.
What a beautiful piece of hit, and it just let that travel. That was a fastball and just shot it the other way, and now 3 hits for the Cleveland Guardians, all left-handers.
Stephen Vogt had a hunch. He stacked some left-handers in there, 4 against Rodon. Now it's Rocchio. That is unusual. Most managers are putting as many right-handed bats as they can against Rodon. His ratio of facing right-handed batters to lefties during the regular season about 5.5 to 1. Right-handers to lefties. So I don't know, Roddy, is it a different look for him to face 4 lefties?
It depends on the kind of lefties you have. If you have a team that has lefties that stay in there, then it's a good thing. As far as Rodon is concerned, one of the things when you get locked into just facing righties is you find your release point on your slider and your fastball, and you just execute the same pitches over and over. The lefties make you change the order of your pitches.
Here's the 0-2.
Well, there's no doubt right now, guys, he is feeling more comfortable against right-handers. He is mowing these guys down. Fastball, slider, change. It's the lefties who are having the deep at-bats and giving them trouble.
Count evens at 2-2. Stephen Kwan due next. One of those 4 lefties, and the only lefty without a hit thus far against Rodon. He's maintained his poise. Rodon giving up a run in the 2nd. Now with a runner at 2nd behind him and 1 out. 2-2. Rocchio strikes out. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Wow. Rodon reaching back.
One of my favorite parts of the game is when the pitcher feels the moment and he has to add even to this great fastball that he's been showing all night. And that's how you get the 99.
Yeah, you're not touching that.
6 strikeouts for Rodon. It's his first K since the 3rd inning. He struck out 5 of the first 11 hitters he faced. Stephen Kwan late on it, fouls it back. That one at 98.
I think it helps, too, for the lefties the Guardians have outside of Josh Naylor. Look, he's going to take your big hacks. They're kind of trying to just shoot the ball, right? They're not taking massive swings against Rodon.
Kwan up the middle, a base hit. Jimenez on his way to the plate. He will score. Snap throw to first. Kwan is back. It's an RBI single. And the Guardians have added to their lead. Now 2-0.
LBA, you just said Kwan was the only lefty that didn't have the hit. He joined the party in a big way. Again, a ball that just, you know, it's not coming in at all, and these batters are diving. And good throw by Judge here, but great speed, obviously, with Jimenez.
You saw Kwan. He couldn't handle the pitch up. He could handle the pitch down. And now in the postseason, 10 for 23 versus left-handed pitching. Try to throw behind him, but Kwan aware.
Matt Blake on his way out. First hit with a runner in scoring position off Rodon for the Guardians. And it delivers another 2-out run here. Stephen Kwan makes it 2-0. Yankees pitching coach Matt Blake spent a lot of years in the Cleveland organization. Yankees up 3-1 in this series. Guardians have jumped out to a 2-0 lead.
That was a good throw by Judge, but again, with Jimenez's speed, 2 outs, you're going on contact. Tonight, righties 0 for 9 with 5 Ks against Rodon. Lefties 4 for 9, only 1 strikeout.
Stephen Vogt pushing the right buttons here tonight with his lineup. Now it's David Fry and a check on Kwan, a base stealing threat. And there's Mark Leiter Jr.
Rodon very rarely throws over to first twice. He doesn't like to throw.
A lefty you can run on. First bullpen activity we've had comes here in the 5th inning. Mark Leiter, who was so great last night for the Yankees, he is the first man up. Just added to the LCS roster prior to yesterday's game. 2-0. Hitters count for David Fry. Turns on it, pulls it foul. Was in swing mode.
He was going to get the head out.
He wasn't, and good choice by Rodon. He dropped a cutter in on him, so there's no way Fry was going to be able to keep that one fair.
Fry's had a big postseason, his first postseason. Driven in 8 runs. Made the All-Star team this year, David Fry. Fry has a bad elbow. He would be an option behind the plate, could play in the field as well on the corners in the outfield. He cannot throw at this point, so he's only a hitter for the postseason, the designated hitter when he does play.
Yeah, it's 2-2 now, 2 disengagements. I'd look for Kwan to go.
Rodon can throw over again, but he must record an out or else it's a ball. You only get 3. Kwan stays put. Fry breaks his bat. Fly ball, shallow center field, and Judge cannot get it. Pops out of his glove. Fry on his way to second. Rodon ends up as the cutoff man right there. Judge got a bit of a late break. Big swing by Fry, but he broke his bat, and it just dies off his glove in center field.
Awkward dive by Judge.
Now watch this, the big swing got him. You see how he froze for a minute and took kind of just a step back. And even Judge, who can run well and so lengthy, just couldn't get to that ball.
Verdugo went over the top of him.
Yeah.
With the hurdle. Just catches his right foot.
And that's the end of the line for Carlos Rodon, giving up 3 hits in the 5th. It is the Yankees who are into their bullpen first tonight. 2-0 Guardians, still threatening with 2 outs. Thank you, Lauren Shahadi. Lauren and the gang in our Atlanta studios doing a great job. Rodon is out. First hit by a right-handed batter in this game. It is David Fry's little flare to center field, and Rodon will exit 4 2/3. Right now 2 runs, but 2 runners his responsibility. And Ronnie, it is Mark Leiter Jr. once again.
Yeah, because of all the work last night here, really just to try to get them out of the jam. His splits are better. That split finger is great against left-handed hitters.
Jose Ramirez at the plate. Tracks the first one in low. I think of Leiter as the closer for the starter right now. Logged some big pitches in last night's game, and now they're going to go ahead and walk Ramirez. Falling behind in the count, somehow changed Aaron Boone's mind and wanting to go to work against the right-handed hitting Lane Thomas. First 5 games, Yankees bullpen sparkled. Last 3 games, though, 10 earned runs allowed. Thomas, first ball swinging up the middle, right there. Torres fires to first in time, and the inning is over. And Mark Leiter Jr. does it again. Strands the bases loaded, but the Guardians get one more. Stephen Kwan with a 2-out RBI single. It's 2-0 Cleveland in an elimination game in Game 5. How you gonna do it if you drive always discovers possibility. Goodyear, more driven. Picture perfect night, a Saturday night. Beautiful October evening here in Cleveland, Ohio. Game 5 of this American League Championship Series. It is 2-0 Cleveland. Yankees coming up against Tanner Bybee. And the moment of truth arriving here for Bybee, and the first man up, Gleyber Torres with his 2nd hit. Stephen Vogt letting it ride with Bybee, with Torres, Soto, and Judge coming up.
Breaking ball, and a good breaking ball by Bybee. Better hitting by Torres, who's been red hot. It's a pretty good pitch, first pitch, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you this, though. Torres has the ability to hit some bad pitches like that. He's got the ability to cover a lot of the plate, and he's just hot right now.
Yankees had a chance in the first inning. Torres was thrown out at the plate, trying to score on a base hit to the gap. Yankees left him loaded that inning. Back up the middle, hits the mound, and through for a base hit. Torres and Soto do it again, just as they started the first. Just as Vogt lets a starter ride, the Yankees deliver 2 hits with the big boys coming up.
Now, Soto didn't waste any time, right through the 5-hole.
Backwards 5-hole.
Yeah. He hurt himself on that.
The athletic trainer is coming out here, as is Carl Willis, pitching coach, managers Stephen Vogt. So this will not count as a visit. Cade Smith is loosening as fast as he can. He just started throwing. I don't know if he can get himself ready to enter this game with Judge coming up.
Good if he left with an injury.
That's a good point, Ron. You get as much time as you need in that case.
Thumbs up. He's good.
Thumbs up. Stephen Vogt probably said to himself, "Are you sure?"
And now he's like, now we'll take a mound visit. The pitching Yoda. Can he do it one more time?
Carl Willis, one of the most respected pitching coaches in the game, been at it a long time.
There's no crying in baseball, or with the Capital One Venture Card, because it lets you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. Let's play ball.
When you're an aspiring pitcher as a kid, put your head on the pillow. You want these kind of moments, right? Someday I'd like to pitch in one of these games. They don't tell you the caveat of the drama that comes with it. And this is it. First and second, and Judge up.
You've been right where Bybee is standing, Ronnie.
Ooh.
That can be a lonely place on that mound, but Bybee has pitched beautifully.
Stephen Vogt told us a moment this year where he went out in the 7th inning to Bybee, and he thought he was pulling them, guys, and he said, "You're getting this last guy." It kind of feels like that moment here.
25-year-old Tanner Bybee facing Aaron Judge, the likely MVP in the American League, representing the go-ahead run. Bybee misfires on his first offering. Bybee's been on the attack with Judge in his first 2 at-bats.
Yeah, Judge has been 0-2 both times.
Bybee drilled him in the ribs in the first inning on a 2-strike pitch and then struck him out in the 3rd. The 1-0 in there for a strike.
Well, your eyes tell you one thing. If you've been watching this game, he's gotten Judge to chase the breaking ball. The reports say that Judge is vulnerable to the changeup.
And Bybee's had a terrific changeup tonight. First and second, nobody out. Just inside. Judge with 2 homers, 6 RBIs in this championship series. Homered in back-to-back games, games 2 and 3. Hot shot on a hop, double play ball, flip it to the back, throw to first. Room service for the Guardians, and Bybee delivers that changeup to get a 6-4-3 double play.
I mean, just the pitch of his life. The changeup out in front is Judge. Room service hop. Doesn't get much better than that.
It does not get much better than that, but now it's like anything. You have to lock it right back in because of the man coming up.
2-0, Guardians lead it. Brilliant double play, second double play turn by that Keystone combo. Giancarlo Stanton with a runner at 3rd. And a wave and a miss. Stanton was up there to fire. Made up his mind and he chased one.
Now, I think you're,
yeah, go ahead, Frenchie.
Yeah, you're looking at it. Could you put him on first right here? But you know what? He struck him out twice, and he's got him all night on that pitch out.
Chisholm due next. 0-2. Changeup.
This is one of those instances where you're going to make the hitter get himself out. First 2 pitches, Stan's gone out of the strike zone. Big one to get, though.
Progressive field ready to pop if he strikes out Stanton here. Bybee deals at 0-2 and he lays off. Put it where he wanted it just to see if Stanton would bite on it.
Baseball's a great game and pitching's a great game. Sometimes you have to have great control to throw a ball.
And do that again.
Tying run at the plate. Stanton has been on fire this entire postseason. Bybee deals and he does not bite, and a good block back there by Bo Naylor. Keeps a runner at 3rd.
I'm doing that 2 more times, Ronnie. and then if you walk him, okay, I'll flip the page.
Well, the history is last night Cade Smith tried to sneak a fastball by him, and it was a 3-run homer. Stay with the plan. Let him get himself out with pitches outside of the strike zone.
See if he goes to that changeup here. He does, up and in. And now it's 3-2.
That set that slider down and away now.
Slider and changeup both, but again, it's got to be out of the strike zone.
Has not thrown him a fastball this at bat. 0-2 to 3-2. 2 outs in the inning. See what Bybee has in mind here. And a high drive into left center field. Stanton is going to watch another one fly. Are you kidding me? Giancarlo Stanton made for the moment. Again. The game is tied at 2. Stanton delivers his 4th home run of this championship series.
Now batting, third baseman Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Time after time, Giancarlo Stanton delivering in the clutch. Last batter, Tanner Bybee faces a 2-out, 2-strike, 2-run home run in the 6th inning. And it's a brand new ball game here in game 5.
117.5 off the bat, a 3-2 slider. We talked about it, Ronnie. He had thrown 3 outside the zone. One more, one to killed you. And the man of the hour tied it up here in game 5.
And may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
All night, guys. 0-2 all 3 times to Stanton. The first time, 2 times he put him away. Look at this view from the plant. 446 feet on a line.
Giancarlo Stanton ties this game. His 4th home run of this championship series. Last night in the 6th inning, hit a 3-run home run. His 16th career home run in the postseason in just 36 games. It is a remarkable run. And for Tanner Bybee, he can't stand the thought of it. He was a strike away from getting out of the inning. Cade Smith is on. Facing Jazz Chisholm.
I remember when I was a kid, I was a voracious reader of any kind of biographies on ball players, and they used to have one on Hank Aaron. It would say that he would occasionally swing at a slider in the dirt to set up the pitcher for later in the at-bat. I don't know if it was an old wives' tale, but boy, it felt apropos there.
And one of the most amazing things, guys, he's 8 for 40 now in his career postseason here at Progressive Field. All 8 home runs. He ain't even got a single, blue one.
Right. Yeah, 4 hits in this championship series against the Guardians. They've all been home runs, timely home runs. Had a 7th inning homer in game 1. That go-ahead 8th inning home run in game 3. And Cade Smith comes on and strikes out Jazz Chisholm to end the 6th inning. But another lightning bolt from Giancarlo Stanton. It ties the game at 2 in the 6th. Guardians coming up. On TBS, it's brought to you by Loan Depot, where home means everything. If the Yankees go on to win this American League pennant, advance to the World Series, you might be looking at the MVP of this ALCS. Yankees up 3-1 of the series. They have pushed the Guardians to the brink of elimination. Guardians led 2-0. And with 2 outs and 2 strikes, Giancarlo Stanton does it again. A 2-run homer that ties it. And that's where we sit as we begin play here in the bottom of the 6th. Josh Naylor, John Kinsey Noel, and Bo Naylor against Mark Leiter Jr.
No, that's inside.
Tim Hill getting ready in the Yankees bullpen. Not sure how long you can go with Mark Leiter Jr. Aaron Boone making sure he has backup here. Did the heavy lifting last night, did Leiter.
You know, the guys, with the series we've had, wouldn't be right if the game didn't come down to the bullpen somehow, right?
Yeah, I was surprised that Leiter went back out there. I thought he would be out there just to get the last out, considering how many pitches he threw yesterday.
Josh Naylor has never drawn a walk in postseason play. Taking all the way on 3-0, 3 balls and a strike now. 79 plate appearances for Josh Naylor. Has not taken that walk. He is always ready to swing. And he takes a strike. Inside corner. Perfect pitch by Leiter.
He's trying to walk. He's trying to break the streak.
And you know he's thinking to himself, right, that's what I get for taking a pitch.
Who did Ronnie jinx someone last night, right?
Stanton.
Stanton, yep.
Technically, that was your jinx because you brought up the stat in his first at bat. So that's on you. I was just reminding folks what you said.
Okay.
Just, you know, public service. 3-2 the count to Naylor.
Then I'm taking the credit for the walk.
There it is. Josh Naylor draws his first ever walk in the postseason. And a lead man on. The go-ahead runners aboard to start the 6th. Hey, wear what the players are wearing on field during the postseason. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, tees, and more. MLBshop.com is the place to go for your favorite team's postseason gear.
Guys, right here, we've seen numerous times Stephen Vogt pinch hit. Well, Leiter, better numbers for right-handed batters, so you're seeing him stay in this ball game.
Josh Naylor takes off, and a timeout was called. I don't know how. Alan Porter called timeout just as Leiter stepped off the mound. He's saying it's a pitch clock violation
on Leiter.
So therefore,
runner will go back.
Naylor's got to go back. That actually works out well for Leiter.
I think it works out pretty well for Naylor too, because he's going to be out at second base.
Timeout. Yeah, you're right. He was hosed.
Yeah.
Good call by Alan Porter.
Timeout.
So it's ball 1 after all that. Naylor at first base, and that one just misses. John Kenzie Noel. Had an 0 for 13 slump going to start this postseason. Noel, 2 hits in the championship series. Took a violent swing. Knows he missed one. Two balls and a strike. 3-1. Leiter walking Josh Naylor. Falling behind Noel. Bo Naylor due next. 2-2 game, bottom 6. Mark Leiter always loads up the grip of that splitter grip. Wells punching in the signs here. And now Wells is saying his keypad is not working. Alan Porter agrees, lets him go out to work through it here. Those are how the signals come in. Push a button. There's 9 buttons on there. And every pitcher has his own category of pitches. These catchers know where the buttons are. They don't even have to look at this point. And then there's an audible sound that comes from that little receiver that's inside their hat that you can hear.
Comes in different languages, depending on the pitcher.
Isn't it amazing all the great technology we have? And it breaks down like 2-3 times a game. Does it not?
Well, call R&D then, research and development. I mean, let them work on it.
Like, this is the show.
This
it's the bigs.
Josh Naylor getting in a yawn and relaxed. The skeptic in me is always wondering if there's some hijinks going on here.
Oh, okay.
Get to the end of the pitch clock, but you know, this thing's not working. It's technology's fault.
And I guess that's, I mean, how do you prove it, right? Like you always see the umpire walk in with them, but.
Okay, they got it all set. A pitch of action here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner at first. And Noel pops it up a mile high. Back in the grass. Volpe makes a catch. And Mark Leiter comes back to get a big out. Fell behind in the count. His first out of the inning. And Aaron Boone pops out of that Yankees dugout. Mark Leiter Jr. not even on the ALCS roster. Injury replacement. In the last 2 days, he's given him some big outs. Leiter will exit. Boone goes back to his bullpen. The lefty Bo Naylor coming up. Tim Hill coming in. Goodyear, more driven. Getting tight here. Game 5. Yankees have the Guardians on the brink of elimination. Tim Hill is coming in. Time for securing the win, presented by Simply Safe Home Security.
You know what's interesting about Tim Hill? He doesn't really change his repertoire, whether it's a right-handed hitter or a left-handed hitter. You're going to see a lot of sinkers. Occasionally he'll throw that four-seam fastball up if he has the advantage 0-2 or 1-2, and a slider to go with that. He's been real good. He had one iffy outing at Yankee Stadium, but other than that, he has been a savior for them from the left side.
I was going to say, he's pitched in the other 3 games, 3 innings, giving up, what, 1 hit and no runs.
Just 1 appearance in the division series against Kansas City. But he has been used heavily in this championship series. And a swing and a foul. Bo Naylor jumping on that first pitch. Naylor, a 2-out RBI double, put the Guardians on the board in the 2nd inning. Buckled him, able to check his swing, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's tough on the left-handers because occasionally he'll throw that hard sinker in on their knees.
One and one. Naylor, liner down, base hit. Bo Naylor coming alive here. 4 hits in his last 3 games. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Bo and Josh on the bags in a 2-2 game with 1 out in the 6th.
Well, that ball was in off the plate. And right now, again, you say it, sometimes you get hot, right? And you don't care where you throw it. You're seeing it, and that's him right now.
4 hits for Naylor in the last 3 games. Bo Naylor.
Some card that Stephen Vogt pulled right there. He had a hunch about Naylor. Liked him against the lefties. 2 hits against lefties. Now Andres Jimenez shows bunt. Trying to bunt for a hit. And then push bunt down the third base line is foul. Jimenez can fly. One of the fastest Guardians. If he gets that anywhere in the grass with that head start, he has got a great chance to beat it out. Jimenez doubled his last time up. Bouncing ball. Torres steps on the bag, throw to first in time. A double play. Tim Hill does the job again. 4 consecutive outings, no run. Well, Gleyber Torres took it himself. The double play ball has been a big part of Game 5. Tim Hill is pumped. Accessible ways to play our great game. Go to playball.org. Follow Playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. Progressive Field, Cleveland, Game 5 ALCS. Anthony Rizzo leads off for the Yankees. Rizzo, Volpe, Wells coming up. If anybody gets on, Alex Verdugo. Cade Smith back on the mound. He got the last out of the last inning, and now Rizzo dumps one into left field, a base hit. Anthony Rizzo just keeps on hitting. He's got 6 hits.
We've seen him. We did that last night when he got the rally started inside it, out one to left field.
He's in full hit the ball to left field mode.
Will be lifted for a pinch runner. Oswaldo Cabrera for a pinch run and stay in the game.
Remarkable story to produce that much offense with 2 broken fingers.
I'm with you. 6 for 14.
Good credit though, like you said, he kind of knows his strengths right now. He can't turn on it much, so he's taking what they give him.
Lead man on. Here's Anthony Volpe. Ooh, up and in. Cade Smith. 1 ball, no strikes on Volpe. Had a base hit, sharply hit single to start the 5th inning. Guardians have flipped 2 double plays in each of the last 2 innings.
Interesting to see how Cade Smith responds today. The touch yesterday for that 3-run homer.
Yeah.
Tried to sneak a fastball by Stanton, and he launched it into the bleachers. Similar to what he just did a moment ago. Stanton tied this game last inning with 2 outs. 2-run home run. Guardians were threatening in the bottom of the 6th inning, but a 4-3 double play to end the frame. 2-1 to Volpe. Cracks one to center field. Backing up on it, Thomas. He's got a play, and there is out number 1.
I know this, guys. Whenever this Guardian season ends, whether it's the ALCS World Series, Guardians better send Cade Smith to Hawaii for 3 weeks on a paid vacation.
I'm with you. And
cocktails included.
The manager recognizes the workload, and with 1 out and a lefty coming up, 2 lefties as a matter of fact. Stephen Vogt going to take the ball from Cade Smith. It's been an extraordinary year and a great postseason until last night. Does the job here tonight. He'll exit with 1 away. T-Mobile, America's largest 5G network. Got a lot of traffic on those bases. Giving us a great look down on the field.
Sometimes you can just trot around the bases.
Yeah.
Stanton's home run tied the game at 2. Yankees stranded the bases loaded in the 1st. Guardians stranded them loaded in the 5th. And now it's going to be Tim Herron on to face the 2 lefties at the bottom of this Yankee batting order.
Remarkable year by Tim Herron as well. This is his 9th postseason game.
Send him to Hawaii too with him.
He's pitched in all but 1 of the playoff games this year. Guardians' usage of their bullpen has been somewhat concerning, but it has bitten them here in the last couple of games. Herron part of that big 4. Most dominant 4 relievers as a group in Major League Baseball this year. 4 pitchers, all sub-2 ERAs this season. There were 6 in the major leagues this season, and the Guardians posted 4 of them. Herron's 1. 1 out, runner at first, Cabrera. Bouncing ball, chance for 2. A glove, a step on the bag, a throw to first in time. Rocchio calmly makes that play. 3 consecutive innings with double plays. Middle infielders putting on a show here in Game 5. Herron does the job, pumps the fist. We're still tied at 2. Stretch time in Cleveland. League Championship Series is presented by Loan Depot. Ooh, we got a good one once again. These 2 teams have played it tight. Oswaldo Cabrera pinch ran for Rizzo. He stays in to play first. 2-2 game, bottom 7. Brian Rocchio, the switch hitting shortstop, will lead off. Yankees up 3-1 in this series. A win away from a World Series. Guardians trying to move this championship series to New York and Yankee Stadium. Be a travel day tomorrow, and then you'd have game 6 and 7 at Yankee Stadium if necessary Monday and Tuesday. Rocchio's been involved in 3 double plays. And a swing and a miss. Hill in a 2-2 count. Jay Cousins, nearly 30 pitches last night. Preparing to enter. Here's a 2-2. Late on it, and that'll bounce foul.
That probably shows you Clay Holmes and Canley's down tonight.
An advantage Aaron Boone has with a 3-1 series advantage. Be a little more protective of your bullpen. He's not down. Swinging a foul. Rocchio stays alive.
I think you'd like to keep everyone down unless one of the teams takes the lead. Yeah. Then everyone's up. Maybe not Canley because of the number of pitches he's thrown. But
2-2 again. Ball 3. Close pitch.
Yeah.
Boy, Tim Hill wanted that one. A little stare down, and Aaron Boone has got his dander up. He's giving it to Alan Porter right now.
Not only that, watch Alan Porter come out and look at Tim Hill right here.
Full count. Count stays that way.
I think when you're umpiring with Tim Hill pitching, you see so many balls on the knees that it almost surprises you when he throws one at the top of the zone. I thought it was a good pitch. Alan Porter, one of the best umpires Major League Baseball has, might have missed that one.
Another 3-2. Foul ball out of play.
Sometimes, though, I imagine it's so hard because everything's just away, right? Yeah. Away. You're kind of almost set up on that outside. When all of a sudden he does come in, it shocks you.
Yeah.
Throws Rocchio, too.
Rocchio will see at least 9 pitches here. This will be pitch number 10. And the 3-2 in and out of the glove of Wells. A foul ball.
I mean, that ball coming belt buckle high.
Yep.
Pitch 11. And another one misses. Similar spot. Alan Porter's giving it back to Tim Hill now. Hill immediately started barking at the home plate umpire. He ripped that mask off. Tensions are high right now. Rocchio draws the walk. Hill thought he had him twice. And Matt Blake on his way out.
Boone yelling to Alan Porter, those are strikes. That one ripped down by Wells back into the strike zone. I thought the other one was a better pitch than that one.
Yeah.
You know, you're so into it sometimes. Your brain just goes haywire. When you're the pitcher out there and you thought you made a good pitch, you know every batter, every out is so important.
I just think more than that. I think too, Hill's probably, how does he take both those, right? Like as a hitter, man.
Rocchio is aboard, a leadoff walk. Back to the top of the order now, Stephen Kwan. Kwan had an RBI single. Came with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Put the Guardians up 2-0. Stanton erased it with a 2-run home run. Also came with 2 outs in the 6th inning.
Kwan just takes such good at bats against everyone, of course, but against left-handers in the post, he's 10 for 23.
Get better against lefties this year. Kwan turns on it. Gloved by Cabrera. Steps on the bag. Puts the tag on for the double play. Tremendous play. Oswaldo Cabrera just into the game defensively at first.
Yeah, and you can see right there, I mean, Rocchio's trying to come back thinking he was throwing it. I understand the thought process there. It's just a good play, and Boy, Tim Hill is fired up after that. Look at this reaction.
Cabrera and Birdie for the Yankees have played mostly first base in this postseason. Rizzo lately, they've been impeccable on defense.
Replacing the Gold Glover, who is injured. Tim Hill comes up big once again for Aaron Boone. Pitching change here with 2 outs in the 7th inning. What a game it's been. Another one in this best-of-7 American League Championship Series. Foreigner bringing us back. Congratulations to them going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here in Cleveland tonight. Jake Cousins, Ronnie, is on the mound. Back-to-back games for Cousins now. And a counter by Stephen Vogt. He pulls Fry back, goes with the lefty Manzardo.
Well, Cousins sustained an injury at the end of the year, had to pitch some simulated games, 27 pitches in yesterday's game.
Lost in all of the dramatic home runs in Game 3. The 4 that came in the 8th inning or later. Manzardo hit his first career postseason home run that game. Early in the game was a 2-run shot. And a strike. Cousins drops in that big slider, his signature pitch.
Everyone has a different trigger. Look at the top hand on Manzardo as he gets ready to bat.
One of their best prospects, first baseman of the future. At 20 homers in AAA this year. Hit 5 more in the big leagues.
Flutters those fingers, trying to keep that bat nice and loose in those hands.
2 balls and a strike. 2-2. Cousins. Another good breaking ball.
It's just hard with Cousins because of that slider and how good it is. If you take big swings like that, you're going to come up empty majority of the time. I mean, that is his pitch, one of the best ones in baseball.
Cousins out there to try to give Aaron Boone maybe 1 out to try to get out of the 7th. Manzardo takes 3-2 now. Meza preparing in the bullpen. Remember, you have to face 3 batters unless you finish an inning. Cousins, a lot of work last night. Stress pitches in last night's game. Manzardo, a swing and a miss. Jake Cousins delivers a big K for the Yankees in the 7th. Yankees get a double play, a strikeout to end the inning. And we are headed to the 8th in a 2-2 game in Game 5. The ALCS, 8 Eastern on FS1. And then if necessary, Guardians Yankees at Yankee Stadium Monday night. We'll have it right here for you on TBS, and it all streams on Max. Tim Herron back on the mound. Alex Verdugo leads off, takes a strike. Herron 3 pitches, inducing 2 outs. He got a 6-3 double play to end the 7th. Verdugo sawed off, little roller. That is a fair ball, easy as it gets for Josh Naylor. Verdugo never gave up his bat, and it's out number 1.
Well, it just gets in on the hands on Verdugo, and this ball somehow stays fair. Kick to the left, the first kick.
And I'm telling you, Naylor had to get there quick because that ball was trying to scoot, like you said, just foul.
Base cam right on it. Presented by T-Mobile.
So Herron came in, faced the first batter. He could have left after that. Once he sent out, he had to face 2 more. He'll have to face 3 though, because Soto is the 3rd batter in this inning.
It's not outs recorded. It's batters faced. Swing and a miss. Torres back to the top of the order for the Yankees. This one coming right down to the finish line again. Been some thrilling games in this series. Yankees have prevailed in 3 of the 4. Right off his foot. 0-2 the count on Gleyber Torres.
In the break, I was talking to you guys that Cleveland is the kind of team to me that seems to be, they'd have to win all these kind of games during the regular season, and they were 26-19 in one-run games.
3rd best record in those games in Major League Baseball.
No. Yes. You got it.
Checks his swing. 1-2 the count. Aaron's giving him 3 outs. He's got the lefty Soto due next. Tanner Bybee, tonight's starter, rolling along, had a chance to get through 6, then gave up a 2-run game-tying home run to Giancarlo Stanton with 2 outs in that 6th inning. Torres, lazy fly ball to right. Noel puts it away. 2 up, 2 down. And here comes Soto.
Herron this year against left-handed hitters, they batted .135, no home runs, and that includes the post.
But he's got Soto now.
He's not like most left-handers.
No ordinary lefty. Soto 2 for 3, doubled in the 1st inning. He ringed one into right center, went all the way to the wall. Torres tried to score on the play and was thrown out at the plate. A ball, no strikes. 2-0.
You know, the other game 3, a little different because the Guardians were up 3-1, but Soto was up with 2 outs. Same deal. And if you remember, Gaddis walked on 4 straight pitches.
Yeah.
Same thing here. 2 balls nowhere close so far to Soto.
And then Clase came in, and Judge hit the game-tying homer. That's a spinner in there for a strike. 2-1 to Juan Soto. Soto on the ground to second base. Andres Jimenez makes the play. Tim Herron delivers in a big way for the Guardians out of that bullpen. Look who's coming up. Jose Ramirez, Lane Thomas, Josh Naylor. 2-2 game. Bottom 8. Ball. Download the MLB app today. It is getting tight here in Cleveland. Elimination game for the Guardians. Yankees up 3-1 in the series. Jake Cousins back on the mound. Jose Ramirez, the Guardians' best hitter, their best player. And he tracks the first one in for a ball. Cousins, a strikeout of Manzardo to win the 7th. Had the option to take him out. Now he has to stay for 2 more.
We got Meza down there. You see Tim Meza warming up, and that's going to be for Josh Naylor right there.
Good. 2-1. Jose Ramirez been waiting for his moment. 0 for 2 with a walk, was intentionally walked last time up. The 2-1 and a swing and a miss. That slider by Cousins. It's his go-to pitch. Supreme confidence in that pitch at any count.
The down and in breaking ball is the pitch that's hurt him here in this series.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ramirez pulls it foul.
The difference, that one was up, not down.
Saw with Manzardo, he got him a 3-2 after 2 or 3 of those. He went 95 sinking away.
Ramirez 39 home runs in the regular season. No. 3-2 the count. Lane Thomas due next. Payoff pitch. Here he comes. Just got a piece. Slowed the bat down as long as he could, right off the end of the bat to stay alive. What a job Herron did. 5 outs. Key double play to win the 7th, 3 up, 3 down in the 8th. Left Judge standing on deck. Another 3-2 and a swing and a miss. Jay Cousins goes with the fastball to get the strikeout, just as he did Manzardo. 2 batters faced, 2 strikeouts here, Ronnie.
After all those breaking balls, just the execution of this pitch. Unbelievable by Cousins, just up and in on his hands. Ramirez likes to swing the bat.
Now it's Lane Thomas. Ooh. Throws it to the screen. Cousins was going to make sure Lane Thomas didn't swing at the first pitch.
Yeah, and well, think about Aaron Boone, guys. He's, Holmes and Weaver has been his 2 guys. The last few games, he's got so much out of Cousins, out of Hill, out of Leiter.
A ball, no strikes on Thomas. Strike in there, 1-1. Top of the zone. Alan Porter gave him that spot. That was the spot in question with Tim Hill on the mound. Thought he had 2 ring-ups last inning. The 1-1. 1-2. Thomas chases. Cousins has the kind of breaking ball, just hisses on its way to the plate.
Just all arms and legs coming at you. Hard breaking ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Lays off at that time.
That's a tough thing when you face a guy like this as a right-handed hitter, because he gets you leaning. But with the control he's had tonight, if he goes 94 in right here, it's just so tough to square it up or do anything.
Ooh, had a good rip at it. Went to the fastball. Thomas fouls it away. Was ready for it, though. Third batter face for Jay Cousins. Got the lefty Naylor due next. Probably his last hitter. 2-2 pitch is right there. Jay Cousins. 3 batters faced, 3 strikeouts, and they have all come with the sinker.
Talk about keeping a hitter guessing. His best pitch is his breaking ball. After the fastball is fouled straight back, he came back with the same pitch, a little better location, and gets Thomas guessing.
And because of that, Aaron Boone staying right where he is right there and giving him the opportunity to go after Naylor.
Well, all eyes were on Aaron Boone. He's going to let it ride in a 2-2 game. Josh Naylor at the plate. If you're wondering who gets the 9th for the Guardians, Emmanuel Clase. Whether it is tied at 2 or whether the Guardians have the lead. Nobody else warming.
So Aaron Boone let it ride with Leiter last night, and here with Cousins. So having a field 2 nights in a row.
2-0 to Naylor. Josh Naylor tonight been on twice. Infield hit and a run scored in the 2nd. Walked in the 6th. His first ever walk in a postseason game.
Yeah, I got it too.
Something, maybe a contact lens here with Austin Wells, or dirt in the eye. Only adds to the drama here. If you wear contact lenses, you know that feeling. It's hard enough to put one of those in the mirror in your bathroom when nobody's watching.
Trying to wipe around that eye, make sure they don't wipe on the eye black, right?
Can't mess that up.
Just making sure he can see here. Yankees rookie catcher.
You know, Ronnie, sometimes you always go to with thinking about a matchup if you're in Boone here, right? If you bring Meza in and Naylor gets on somehow, you cannot like the matchup of Meza against Noel, where if even you walk Naylor right here, tough matchup for Noel against Cousins.
And Mike Harkey, bullpen coach, working it through with Meza right now. Again, the benefits of being up 3-1 in a series, though, for Aaron Boone. It changes things. Different story for Cleveland. Back at it, 2-0. Cousins deals, and he misses. 3 balls, no strikes. And it does make you wonder, even though it's a 2-2 game, Jhonkensy Noel, the rookie right-handed hitter, next. Naylor, 31 homers, 108 RBIs this year. Green light? No. Take strike 1.
Could Naylor walk for the 2nd time in a row?
It comes in streaks.
4 pitches, 4 sliders. Hitters count 3-1 to Naylor. 3-2. Sticking with it. That's all he's seen.
Well, semi-sequence there. Just the same pitch.
Everything's coming here.
His strikeouts have come on the fastball. Naylor asked for it, is granted his lone timeout. Boy, what a job Yankees bullpen is giving him. The middle relievers the last 2 days. Hill and Cousins tonight. Cousins, 3 Ks already, deals a 3-2, and it is ball 4. Josh Naylor draws the 2-out walk, puts the go-ahead run aboard, and sets the stage now for Jhonkensy Noel. Matt Blake's on his way out.
Don't throw him a changeup in the middle of the plate, I think would be the recommendation.
Well, I think the good news for Cousins, he doesn't throw a changeup.
That's right. There you go. What a moment for this young hitter.
He keeps finding himself in these big moments. Late game, he found himself in that spot. Never been done. A rookie, 2 outs, 2 strikes. 2-run home run off Luke Weaver. Tied the game in the 9th inning. Yankees at that moment before that homer were a strike away from a 3-0 advantage. Jhonkensy Noel tied it. David Fry won it with a walk-off 2-run homer in the 10th.
The hard part, I think, for a young hitter here is he's been watching. He's seen how many breaking balls Cousins has thrown. But, you know, his strength is the heater and getting on that heater. You can't give up on that pitch until 2 strikes.
And that's where I think you learn from Lane Thomas, right? You see, you're going to get more sliders, but if he sneaks that heater, you got to be ready to pull the trigger.
Jake Cousins against Jhonkensy Noel. Swing and a miss. First pitch slider from Cousins. Noel 0 for 3. Strikeout in the 2nd. Couple of pop-ups his last 2 trips. Takes a strike. Buried it on the bottom of that strike zone. Cousins is making some pitches here. 0-2 the count. See what he has in mind. Here he comes. And a swing and a miss. Jake Cousins. What a performance in Game 5. 4 strikeouts. Cousins comes on for an inning and a third. Puts up a 0. This game still tied. We go to the 9th in Game 5. Most dominant closers that has stumbled on hard times in this postseason, and he has Judge and Stanton to start it. Jazz Chisholm after that. The 2 guys that went deep back-to-back in Game 3 off Class A. First one's in there for a strike.
We were talking about, was he going to change the game plan? One of his strengths during the regular season was that cutter inside. He throws it right at the right-hander's hip and bends it over the inside corner. That was it. Strike 1.
All the home runs he's given up this year to righties, dead center, right center. It's so hard to turn on 99 to 100 in on the hands, and you can see that against right-handed hitters this postseason. They've been the one to get him.
He has allowed 11 hits this postseason. He's given up 8 earned runs, Class A. Gets ahead of Judge 1 and 2.
That cutter in on righties just has an entirely different feel.
And you can see Judge as a hitter. He's not looking for that. He's looking out over the plate. And you're not going to pull the trigger. You might now with 2 strikes, but before that, a good hitter like him doesn't want to chase that.
Judge's home run that tied the game in Game 3 was with 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. High fly ball to right field. John Kenzie Noel with room. And Judge flies out. Class A out number 1. Trying to exercise the demons from Game 3. Entered the game in the 8th inning with a 2-run lead. Judge, an absolute missile. Out. 2-run homer to tie the game. Next batter, Giancarlo Stanton, put the Yankees ahead. Guardians would come back to win that game. That was Noel's heroics. And then David Fry in extra innings. Now Stanton. Right by him.
Completely changed the game plan.
Which is kind of weird because it's what he's done all year, right? You've seen him be able to get in there. That's 101.
Stanton's 2-run homer tied this game in the 6th. One ball, 1 strike. 2-1.
Boy, Stanton is seeing it, right? Anything close, he's just spitting on it. At 100.
Stanton's home run of the 6th came with 2 strikes and 2 outs. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Oh, the power that we are witnessing right now. Pitcher to hitter. The ultimate confrontation. 2-2. Here he comes. And he struck him out. Class A powers it right by Stanton for the 2nd out.
Every big hitter, you got to crowd them. Can't allow them to get their arms extended. We've seen it in the series.
Wow. That's a big-time pitch right there to the hottest guy on the planet.
2 outs now. Here's Jazz Chisholm Jr. Chased it. 100-mile-an-hour cutter. Line drive, base hit, Chisholm. Chisholm turns it around. That came in at 100 miles an hour. And a 2-out single for Chisholm. Speed to Bird on the bags now with 2 away. He carries the go-ahead run.
Let me tell you, that is not easy to do. 100 coming in right on your hands. What a great piece of hit by Jazz.
Stolen base in play now.
Yep. I think that's one reason they're out there talking right now, Ronnie.
Tense moments once again. That's a stress yawn, we'll call that. Jazz Chisholm carries the go-ahead run. Yankees up 3-1 in this best-of-7 series. Guardians backs up against the wall.
This year, guys, 7th inning or later for Jazz. Stolen base attempts 18, 16 times successful.
Oswaldo Cabrera. Cabrera's first at bat. Pinch ran for Rizzo after Rizzo singled in the 7th. Made a beautiful play at first defensively. There goes Chisholm. Swinging a ground ball. Right there, Rocchio steps on the bag. He's out. Rocchio. A little ballet out at second base. Gloved it. Towed the bag. And the inning is over. No slide from Chisholm. Clase puts up a 0 in the 9th. 2-2 game. Bottom of the 9th. Guardian season on the line. Home Depot. It will be a final at-bat win for someone once again tonight. We are tied at 2 as we head to the bottom of the 9th in Game 5 of this ALCS. Yankees up 3-1 in the series on the doorstep of a World Series. Guardians trying to extend it and get it back to Yankee Stadium. And fellas, this series has given us some magical moments, and it looks like we may have another one in front of us here tonight.
Well, Clase has been expended.
Yeah.
Weaver's now coming into the game. Bo Naylor's the first hitter. Bo Naylor on the first pitch has been great all season long, and he's been swinging the bat the last 3 games as good as we've ever seen.
And I'll just say this. We talked on the open about how the pen has picked this team up all year. And what do we say? They need to score some runs. Well, right here, they have their chance to send it back to New York.
And there is the Yankees closer, Luke Weaver. He got up last night but didn't come into the game. Last time he was on this mound, he watched David Fry send one into the bleachers in the 10th inning. And a Guardians victory.
He tasted toughness for the first time in his last appearance.
Bo Naylor. He'll start it for the Guardians. Been a hot hitter the last 3 games. Jumps on that first pitch, fouls it away. Remember, Naylor had that hit that set up the 2-run game-winning homer by Fry in the 10th inning. And then he responded with a hit in yesterday's game coming off the bench. Started tonight, 2 hits, including a double and an RBI, Naylor. Steer right in there. 0-2 the count. Well placed. Weaver deals. Emergency hack to stay alive for Bo Naylor. We saw Clase last inning. It is Hunter Gaddis if this game should go to the 10th. Yankees have Volpe, Wells, Verdugo scheduled to hit. Clase just cleared Judge and Stanton. 0-2 pitch. Another defensive swing coming right at him. Able to foul it off, and the count remains 0-2.
That's the old emergency hack.
Where that ball had a little cut in on him and just followed him inside.
As a pitcher, Ronnie, you see that right there. You just figure full swing mode.
That's right.
Naylor has fouled off a ton of tough pitches tonight. Here's the 0-2. That one in the dirt. Bo Naylor has seen 24 pitches in this game. He has 13 foul balls in this game. It was most important in a 10-pitch battle. Delivered that double with 2 outs in the second. A ball and 2 strikes.
Well, no one's taken better at bats than Bo Naylor in this game tonight.
Been kind of the night of the Naylor brothers, right?
Yes, sure has. Josh with a hit and 2 walks. Younger brother Bo, 2 hits. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 9th inning. Roll over ground ball. He keeps fighting. Bo Naylor could not buy a hit in his first postseason run. Started 0 for 14. Then he got a hit in game 3, and then he did it again yesterday. 2 more tonight.
So much, BA, that they decided to play Austin Hedges in a game that usually was meant for Bo Naylor.
Another 1-2 pitch from Weaver. And he got him. Weaver with a big pitch, a changeup. A strikeout to start the 9th. Outlasted Bo Naylor. A big K for Weaver.
Well, that's his pitch. Once he sets you up with that fastball up and in, comes to that changeup, never gets there.
And now it's Andres Jimenez. Had a double and a run scored in the 5th inning. Opposite field double. Ooh. He was taking a swing at one right there. 1-1 the count. The last 5 outs by Yankee pitchers have been strikeouts. Jake Cousins with 4. All 4 of his outs were Ks. And now Weaver's first. Oh, 0-2. Incredible games. Yankees do lead at 3-1, but they have been tight. So much drama to the finish line. Here's the 0-2. Missed with it. Brian Rocchio due next.
Better swing there by Jimenez.
You know, if you're Stephen Vogt right now, guys, and you're in there, for the next inning and a half, you have the advantage. You're hitting now. You have Gaddis in the pen, going to face 7, 8, 9. And the next inning, you have the top of your order. So you feel like they got 5 outs right here, really having the advantage.
Winner go home day for the Guardians. Roller on the ground out to Torres. And Weaver has retired the first 2 batters. A strikeout and a ground out. 2 gone in the 9th. And it brings up Brian Rocchio. Rocchio has walked twice. Got a strikeout in the 5th. 2-2 game. 2 outs, bottom 9. The number 9 hitter, Rocchio, takes a ball.
Early in the postseason, Weaver truly was unhittable, but his last 2 appearances, a home run at Yankee Stadium by Ramirez, and of course the historic one here by Noel.
Brand new to the closer position. Ground ball snatched by Cabrera, and Luke Weaver right back on the horse. Got to have a short memory in this game. Weaver gave it up 2 days ago, responds in a big way. He sends this game 5 into extra innings. Volpe, Wells, Verdugo coming up.
Someone let me, someone let me, someone let me. This is your celebration.
Will it be a night of celebration for the Yankees? They are a win away from their 41st World Series appearance. Or will the Guardians walk off another one and send this series back to New York for a Game 6 on Monday? Hunter Gaddis gets the ball here in the 10th inning.
So
he's got the bottom of the order. Excuse me, Ronnie.
So impressive this season. So impressive in yesterday's game. Struck out the side on 14 pitches.
Anthony Volpe, who's been taking first pitches almost every at bat, does the same here and takes a ball.
3-pitch mix for Gaddis. Fastball, slider, and change. That first pitch was a changeup.
Clase and Weaver, the two closers, both come back strong. Clase puts up a 0 in the 9th. Weaver puts up a 0 on just 15 pitches in the bottom of the 9th.
That pitch you just saw, that's Gaddis' bread and butter. That slider down and away to righties. Only hitting $163 off of this year.
One and one the count to Volpe. Right off the end of the bat, right to Rocchio. Changeup from Gaddis. One away in the 10th. Brings up Austin Wells. Wells bounced into 2 double plays. One in the 5th and an inning ender in the 7th. Changeup.
Wells has been really kind of just in between the off-speed pitch and the fastball all postseason.
Until yesterday,
he did get the one-heater.
The home run.
Hit a rocket into deep right center field. First postseason home run for the rookie Yankee catcher. Yankees in the number 8 spot in their batting order. Wells was dropped down to that 8 spot in yesterday's game. A swing and a miss. Another changeup. A ball and 2 strikes.
Maybe seeing a reliever for the 3rd or 4th time has less of an advantage if you got the repertoire like Gaddis, who's got 3 different pitches to get you out.
See what he goes with here. 2-2 the count. Wells almost hit by a pitch. Missed with a slider. Alex Verdugo on deck. Count is full. The payoff. And it is ball 4. Austin Wells draws the walk. Yankees have a man on. The go-ahead run is aboard.
What a great at-bat by the young Wells.
And now it's Verdugo. Takes a strike.
Good Gaddis right here. You want to get these next 2 guys.
Guardians have turned 3 double plays. Set up for one here. Verdugo on the ground, ranging over Jimenez, shovels it over. Oh, Rocchio dropped the ball. Everybody safe. Rocchio tried to be too quick, and he did not secure the out. Oh, that is a huge misplay by the normally sure-handed shortstop. He's had his defensive troubles here in this LCS.
Well, and guys right here, I think why it's more more of a mistake than not because of how slow the ball was hit and broken. He was never going to turn two. This was a forced play right here only, and you said you see him try to turn it quick instead of just catching it and taking the out.
Yeah, it's a young player's mistake. His internal clock didn't work properly. Should have known that he should have become almost like a first baseman.
Absolutely.
And take that force. Guardians, who were so locked up all season long defensively, have had some miscues in this series, and it has cost them.
And now the problem for the Guardians, Stanton and Judge are the power threats. When you talk about the two best hitters with just getting base hits, getting on base, now Hunter Gaddis has got to face him, and Gleyber Torres, and behind him Juan Soto.
Well, what a huge moment in this game. Jason Dominguez is going to come on. He's going to run for Wells. Carries the go-ahead run here. We got Jose Trevino to come in to catch next inning. And Verdugo reaches on a fielder's choice. No error posted as of yet, but a misplay nonetheless. Now it is scored as an E6. First and second. One out in the inning. Gaddis deals. Torres drives one foul down the right field line. He barreled it, but he was late on it.
We started the game talking about how good Gleyber Torres has been. We haven't talked about him as much because of the big guys and the home runs. But boy, he's been as solid this entire postseason for the Yankees.
Been on base 12 consecutive postseason games going back to the 22 playoffs. Torres, half swing foul ball, didn't mean to. No balls, 2 strikes, a count.
You know, the Yankees had about a month and a half, Ronnie, where they weren't playing great this summer. And Gleyber Torres got moved back in that leadoff spot about mid-August, and they haven't stopped hitting since. He's the main reason why.
That is a sweet spot to hit in front of Soto. 0-2 pitch. Torres late again. Count stays at 0-2. Torres was in the leadoff spot to start the year. 12 games in the leadoff spot to start. Just wasn't hitting, struggled early in the season. We asked Aaron Boone if he hit his way back into the leadoff spot or you wanted to jumpstart him. He said both. Did he go? They will ask. He did go. Torres strikes out. Cannot check his swing. Hunter Gaddis with a huge K here in the 10th.
Boy, I think it's the right call. Very difficult anytime to check swing. I'm going to say he did offer at the pitch, and that's what the umpires judge it by.
Start seeing those hands come all the way out too like that. A lot of umps are going to ring you.
It's like you're chasing your own hands, right? What a battle here.
Oh.
Hunter Gaddis against Juan Soto. 2 hits tonight for Soto, a double and a single. First and second, 2 outs. Soto takes a ball.
Call me crazy right here, but you know where I'm going?
You're crazy.
I know where you're going.
Well, we saw it early. Now, it's not first base open, but there is a base open. And we saw Stephen Vogt walk Soto. Gaddis going right at him. Soto tracks it, takes a strike. Right at the bottom of the zone. Yankees are right where they want to be. Soto and Judge. 2 men aboard. 2-2 game. Soto, a foul ball, violent swing. 1-2 the count.
The shake of the head by Soto. He got a pitch to hit there. Spinner right in the middle of the plate. A little early.
Yep. This is where Soto sometimes does his best work.
Gaddis deals a 1-2. Soto fouls it away. Soto just stalking Gaddis right now. After these foul balls, just shaking his head.
He likes the competition. The acknowledgement is the competition.
He did it at 19 to Justin Verlander in the World Series.
That's right.
Remember it well. Do it again. Another 1-2. Hunter Gaddis emptying out the tank right now.
How do you get a guy out who seemingly has no holes?
Lives for these moments.
It's been all off speed. Has not thrown him a fastball yet. Another 1-2 pitch coming. Soto fights off another one.
Backdoor slider on the outside corner. Maybe caught a little more plate.
4 consecutive foul balls. This will be pitch number 7. The count is still 1-2. Gaddis deals. Soto, a high fly ball to center. Thomas backing up. Thomas at the track. And Juan Soto! A 3-run home run! Soto magic in Game 5! An incredible moment as Juan Soto goes deep to give the Yankees a 5-2 lead in the 10th inning. The Bronx Bombers living up to their nickname right now. Huge late homers. Judge fouls off the first one.
I think I'm crazy now. I mean, this man is built for these moments. Hadn't seen a fastball the whole count.
It's the same exact pitch he faced in his first at bat yesterday that turned into a 2-run home run.
110 off the bat, 402 feet dead center.
Ball just would not come out of the air. So high.
Just went from 600 million to 650.
The price tag keeps going up. His 3rd home run of this postseason.
Why do you always have to make it about the money, Frenchy? No. Unbelievable, right?
Look, there's no win situation there, but that was worst case scenario. That error right there brought up Juan Soto.
Count remains 1-2 to Judge. Oh, this is something special. A moment Yankees fans will not forget. Soto
got a chance to hit the blimp.
Something special. 25 years of age. Delivering in moments like that. Another 2-out, 2-strike Yankee home run. The gravity of these home runs, their best players are delivering. As Judge strikes out, but damage done. Juan Soto. His first postseason as a Yankee. At number 22 is delivering in the biggest moments again. Soto, a 3-run blast in the 10th. Yankees are 3 outs away from a trip to the World Series.
Tell you what, guys, Aaron Boone a few years ago said, "My guys are savages." This is the ultimate one right here. He is as good as there is and built for these moments.
The at-bat alone. You'll clip that one. Not that he'd ever be in a slump. If he is, he can call on that one anytime it wants. Foul ball after foul ball. He connects for a 3-run home run to give the Yankees a 5-2 lead.
Got a slump-proof swing. That's what he's got.
Guardians coming up here, bottom 10. What the Yankees hitters have done to the best bullpen in the majors through the regular season is extraordinary. Never saw it coming. Clase and Gaddis and the big home runs. Kate Smith yesterday.
Best bullpen in the game. 6 home runs in this series.
And the big name players are the ones delivering the big moments. No balls and a strike. Luke Weaver back out for his second inning. Jose Trevino comes in to catch. Dominguez ran for Austin Wells. Got to take the jog around the base pads. Bouncing ball. Torres, big hop. And there is out number 1. Yankees 2 outs away. A stunned crowd at Progressive Field. Yankees have played all these close games. Ronnie, you were with them in the division series. Royals played them tough. They were competitive games. They had dramatic moments. Came down to the end. They won it in 4, though. Only lost once. These games have all been competitive. Decisions being made late. Big moments late. And yet they've got a chance to wrap it up in 5 now with 2 more outs. Responding after the gut punch in game 3 with a win in game 4 yesterday. And it was Soto who helped in that response with a first inning home run in game 4 right out of the gates. Yankees led 2-0 courtesy of that man.
The advantage in that inning is that Gaddis would not have to get to Soto.
Yep.
And once the mistake happened, he had to face Soto, and that's where it changed.
Well, we talked on the open what the Guardians had to do to send it back to New York, Ronnie, and you set up the pitching, and in all intents and purposes, they did their job.
Yeah.
2 runs through 9 innings to this offense. They just weren't able to push enough runs across Cleveland early.
2 swings of the bat for the Yankees. Stanton and Soto as Manzardo into left field, a base hit. So the rookie comes up with a single. It comes with 1 away. And now Jose Ramirez coming up. Guardians need 1 more base runner to give themselves a chance.
Watch Volpe go up the middle. A couple of steps to the middle and the ball to his right.
But then again, we've seen a lot of crazy stuff this series.
Stephen Vogt says it all the time. We play our best when our backs are up against the wall. Well,
Tommy Kahnle is up and throwing at the Yankees bullpen. I mean, giving him all he's got. Aaron Boone says beware of the bunt. And Ramirez into center field. Judge lines it up. Judge puts it away. The Yankees are an out away. 2 outs in the 10th. Brian Cashman has had nearly 40 years in the Yankees organization. Over 20 as the head of baseball ops.
Cashman and the lieutenants.
Yeah.
There are a lot of them. Lane Thomas, the last hope for the Guardians here. Takes a strike from Weaver.
If you remember in that game 3, Lane Thomas was down 0-2 in the count and came back to work at the 3-2 and hit that double to keep that game alive.
They're giving Manzardo second, but he wants to make sure.
Yeah, he ain't making that last out, Ronnie.
1 ball, 1 strike. Weaver an out away, delivers, and now Manzardo does take second. It's a strike on Thomas, and the Guardians are down to their last strike here. Weaver might be a pitch away. Here's the 1-2. Thomas, fly ball right field. Who else should end this game than that man right there? Juan Soto puts it away, and the New York Yankees have won the American League pennant. Juan Soto's 3-run home run in the 10th, the stuff of legends, and he sends the Yankees to the World Series, their first World Series since 2009. Stanton's blast tied it. Soto's blast gave him the victory. And the Yankees beat the Guardians in 5 in the American League Championship Series.
The Guardians' greatest strength coming into this series was going to be their bullpen. And the Yankees hit 6 home runs off a bullpen that was the best in baseball.
The biggest trade acquisition came up in the biggest moment for the Yankees. They've been missing somebody. We did the series 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No one else around Judge. They went and got Juan Soto, and he sent him to New York. And look, Cleveland played tough game.